everyone. I'm Neat Sahone, and I post a draft video every Monday and Thursday, and it's time for another one of those. We're doing more Dominaria. This format is great. I'm going to be sad when it leaves us. But hopefully Core 2019 is as good. I don't think I'm going to do any cube drafting this time around because the format hasn't gotten stale for me, and I prefer not cube drafts anyway most of the time, except for when a format's gotten stale. This one has not. So Gilded Lotus is nice, but there's a very specific kind of deck you have to end up in for it to be worth it, and I think for that reason, I don't like first picking it. If you've been watching my draft videos, you know I've played it a couple times. You can get it late if your deck is the one that wants it because nobody else really wants it. So I think it's probably Wizard's Lightning. Pegasus Courser is also good. Those are really the two cards to consider here, I think. But Wizard's Lightning is a really good removal spell, and that's what we'll take. Okay. Well, the red in this pack isn't very good. A second pick, Grow from the Ashes, doesn't seem bad, though. Neither does Academy Drake. You could even think about Arvad. I think I'd rather take... Whoopsies. I think I'd rather take Grow from the Ashes, though. It opens you up to so many things. If you can get a few Grow from the Ashes, you can make like a 4 or 5 color good stuff deck. And that is kind of my favorite thing to do in this format. And the Drake's good, and it might actually be better than Grow from the Ashes, but it's not by a big margin. Arvad, I think, is probably the best card in this pack, though. So maybe this is the biggest thing I'm giving up, but we'll take a Grow. Ooh, hello. Premium removal here? No, but there's a Llanowar Elves and there is a Gideon's Reproach, but Verdant Force is awesome. We already have one Grow from the Ashes. I gotta do it. I haven't gotten to play with it in this format, and it's a super old card that I haven't played in a long time in general. We have to end up with a bunch of ramp, but we were already part of the way there. So let's do it. You know, it's the latter stage of this format. So, having a good time is important. Naban is a little too... It's a very narrow, use, although it is good with Academy Journey Mage. I think we just take a Journey Mage, though. It's splashable for one thing. And so is Naban, but this is a better splash. Yeah. Bad news is, there were, no green cards in that pack. I really don't want to pivot away from... my ramp plan here. I guess if there's a deck that wants Power Stone Shards, if I see really late Power Stone Shards, taking them might be a good idea. Fungal Plots. So Llanowar Scout sort of ramps you, but it doesn't really. It does occasionally, but you've got to have the card, the land, and you don't always have it. Fungal Plots is good, but I don't think it's better than Baloth Gorger. Get 2 Chroniclers, good too. We already have 2 spells they can get back. But I think I take the Gorger. Okay, so here's a Shard. I haven't really gone all in on a deck like that. I've seen people try to make it work and it not go so well, but I'm a little tempted here late in the format to try something silly. We're not giving up a lot. I mean, this is not a strong pack, so let's do it. Okay. Opt, maybe? Syncopate, maybe? Red doesn't look open at all, but we can splash Wizard's Lightning. Opt, it's not quite fixing, but it does help you find your splash colors or whatever. Partick Wanderers are fine, but I think I'd rather have an Opt. Although the Wanderer would make my deck no matter what, but let's take an Opt. I mean, white does look reasonably open, incidentally, so that's something to keep an eye on. Okay, so 2 playable white cards and Primordial Worm. Which we're already in green, so I may just take the worm. What the hell? Tolarian Scholar, you say? There's also a Rampaging Cyclops, which is perfectly reasonable. Yeah, I think I take the Cyclops. So more Power Stone shards and more growth from the ashes is what we want. Maybe even Slinvada. That would be a really fun deck to manage to put together. Yeah, I mean, Knight of New Benalia is the best card here. I guess I'll cut the blue card just to do it. It's not a very good one in most cases. Yeah, we're either... Maybe we want Arcane Flight. Seer Disciple is a decent white card, though, to still be here, but I think I'll take the Flight. It could make the cut. It's a late dub. I think white probably is the most open color, so let's keep an eye on that. Okay, Kazarov's strong-ish. I mean, he's not incredible, but he's pretty strong. Sheevan Fire is really good. So is Memorial to Genius, but I think Sheevan Fire is better. I like it more than Goblin Barrage, even. Sappers are good. Impulse is good, but yeah, I think I'll take a Sheevan Fire here. We may just evolve into a Blue-Red Wizards deck, which isn't a bad place to be, but not getting to play the Verdant Force. Ooh, that's cool. I wonder what they took. That kind of locks us into green, I feel like. There is an Eviscerate here, but I think Multani's better than almost every card in the set. So I think we take her. Yeah. Ooh, here we go. There it is. Another Growth from the Ashes. I don't even care what else is in this pack. I'm looking a little. Another Journey Mage wouldn't be bad. But I don't know what my secondary color is at this point. Fungal Plots number 1. We do need a lot of creatures, and I don't know that we're going to get there. So maybe I just take a Druid. Yeah, I think I'll take a Druid. Keldon Overseer is good too, but I like the Druid a little more. You are all 3 drops. So blue doesn't look super open. Maybe we splash a Journey Mage, though. It is a decent splash. I could see it flipping the other way, too, but I think we want to stay base green. We have double growth from the ashes, so hard to move away. Oh, man. This pack has a Gorger, a Primordial Worm, but I think we take Llanowar Elves. Happily. Helps us ramp, of course, so... If you got Verdant Force and Primordial Worm and Multani in your deck, ramping is a good idea. Don't know this will make the cut. I get like 3. I'll probably think about it. Ancient Animus looks pretty good in our deck right now. Good with Gorger, Cyclops, Journey Mage, and everything else up here. Yeah, I think I take it over another Cyclops. It's not even terrible with like Crows and Druid. Memorial to Folly is nice, but it's not in our colors. It's not exactly the kind of thing you splash. Seismic Shift is bad. I don't really want a second Primordial Worm. Guess maybe I just take Short Sword. I mean, I could take Invoke the Divine. We have enough fixing that we could change our splash. Yeah, and have this come in out of the sideboard. There's another Invoke the Divine. Unfortunately, this is the only Memorial that's not very good, but we'll take an Impulse. And another Impulse. Ooh. It is a pretty late Memorial to Genius. I think we take it, and it gives us a significant chance of shifting into a like blue-green deck that's splashing red for Wizard's Lightning and Sheevan Fire. It's good enough. I mean, granted, we don't have that many other good cards in that color, but Memorial to Genius is excellent. Oh, Saproling Migration, yes please. Another Ancient Animus or our first Broken Bond. I think we take the Bond. Here I think we'll take a Pardic Wanderer. I mean, right now I could sort of do a double splash and be base green. And cut this Cyclops and be splashing Journey Mage and Memorial to Genius and Wizard's Lightning and Sheevan Fire and run like 10 forests and 3 mountains and 3 islands. I mean, that would be perfectly fine with me. Oh my god, double Multani? I think we take it out. Yeah, it's legendary, but if you have 2 Multanis, that is a little ridiculous. Manipulator's great, and there's no way it wheels, but maybe we get one of these things. But Multani is... double of a mythic is not something that should happen. If only they weren't mythic, I mean, legendary would be even better, but it's still really, 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 really good. So, yeah. We are short on removal, other than our red cards we're splashing. Grun? Maybe. You're probably not making the cut, buddy. You're not. I mean, I think Grun's better than Primordial Worm, so it would be an upgrade. I don't think Cold Water Snapper. I mean, we do have an Arcane Flight, but I think we probably just take Grun. I do like Crows and Druid reasonably, but I think we take Grun. And basically cut Primordial Worm. So we have 3 legendary creatures for Karn's Temporal Sundering. There's another Power Stone Shard. So a Death Bloom, Blessed Light. The thing about Karn's Temporal Sundering is it would push us a lot. It would push us away from being able to splash red. So that is because of the double blue and its mana cost. And right now that does seem like a relevant cost, but what else am I going to take? Deep Freeze, meh. Power Stone Shard number 2, meh. Yeah, let's take the Sundering. Time of Ice. It's definitely better if we were more aggressive than our deck looks like, but it's still really good. Yeah, Blink of an Eye is nice too, but yeah, I'll take Time of Ice. It is sort of removal for blue, so Slinvada. Oh man, our deck can try to cast Slinvada. It's not gonna. We don't have like what we really need is like Song of Freyalise. And maybe we go deep on Power Stone Shards if we take a Slinvada. Our other options are Corrosive Ooze, but this seems like too much fun to say no to. So, 2 8-drops. Another Impulse. Helps us find our land drops, which our deck looks like it's going to need. We can still probably splash both of these, honestly. But this would be a good deck for Whisper. But yeah, we don't have a lot of creatures, which is kind of an issue. None of this stuff is really for us. I'll take an unwind for the sideboard, I guess. Yeah. So Artificer's Attendant. We do have 5, 6 cards that it helps us scry. And we could use more creatures. Guardians of Koilos is good with Slinvada, assuming I have the ability to kick it again. And it's also good with Time of Ice. And it is another creature. And it's probably better than Artificer's Assistant. So, yeah. Okay. Arcanist, I think. Yeah. Yep. I like it better than Sentinel. Although, blinking a Slinvada that we didn't kick or something like that is really gross. But I think that's still the right pick. People don't like the memorials in this draft, and I'm fine with that. I guess we'll take a Befuddle. Power Stone Shard number 2. Now it's worth thinking about it. Can we wheel another one? That would be great if we could. Gaia's Protector is so bad, but I kind of feel like we need more creatures. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get another shard. If there's a deck that wants to run Power Stone Shard, though, I think this is probably it. So we have 4 legendary creatures, which I think is enough. The issue we have is that they're all high mana cost, but I think that's okay. So I think we keep the Sundering in there. Yeah, Arcanist gives us a way to ramp into Grow from the Ashes a little bit more, so I like that. I think I'm going to run 2 8-drops, which is hilarious. This might be an 18-land deck, though. Probably is. So do we cut a mainboard Broken Bond? I think maybe that's where we go. We could think about cutting an Impulse, but the Impulse is going to help us find our Multanis. We just have a bunch of bombs in this deck, and we want to find them. So the one thing that it can't grab that is important is Grow from the Ashes. But yeah, we'll cut the mainboard Broken Bond. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, and then, yeah, I think we want 18 in this deck. Definitely looks like a fun one. Especially because we're going to be splashing Wizard's Lightning and Shivan Fire. So I think we only need to run 1 mountain. I think we can get away with 1 mountain. Between the Impulses and the Grow from the Ashes. I think we want more than 4 islands, though. Can we get away with 5 islands? I think we probably can, because we also have Memorial to Genius. So, all right, this deck does look really sweet. The double Multani thing is ridiculous. The things we have to ramp into are great. And yeah, what I wish I had was the ramp creature who makes Kicker cheaper, because that's ridiculous with Grow from the Ashes and Slinvada, but we're going to try to make it work anyway. Can I do better than the Guardians of Koilos? Oh, I didn't actually add an additional land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, with double Impulse, maybe we only need 17. Yeah, I've convinced myself. Even though we have a bunch of 6s and a couple 8s, maybe I just unconvinced myself. I think I might have. Is Homerid Explorer better than Gaia's Protector? That's something to ask here. Neither is good. Yeah, I kind of think we have to run 18. I think we still go with a forest. Our green cards are going to help us find our other colors, so this is definitely a greedy deck where our mana might be the end of us, but it's going to be fun. See you guys in the first match. Okay, Does this deck want to play first? I think because we have Lawn War Elves, we do. We also have, yeah. I think we do. This is going to be a dirtily silly deck. I think this is a keep. Might be a dangerous one, but I think it's a keep. No blue or red, but we can get them both with Grow from the Ashes, if we kick it. Question is whether or not I should play Grow from the Ashes next turn. Depends if they have a 2-drop that's kind of scary, and they kind of do. Yeah, I think we got to Grow from the Ashes for an island. So we can use Time of Ice defensively at least. Of course. Well, I think we actually just play the Arcanist here with the intention of just trading for the night. We just want this game to go long, so we're going to do everything we can to make it go long. Yeah, we'll trade. They play a scary creature here. They don't. Good. Kind of looks like they want the game to go long too, but okay. Adventurous Impulse. We could grab a land. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so that would be our 7th land. It is tempting because that puts us 1 away from Verdant Force. But we're going to draw other lands. Yeah, I'll take the creature. And Temporal Shift or Sundering or whatever. Play this Druid unkicked. Okay. Play this Baloth Gorger now. If that land had been a mountain, I probably would have grabbed it. But since it was a forest... The reason I didn't play Time of Ice yet is because if I play it, my opponent's just not going to play creatures. Yeah, there we go. Now it feels pretty good to play. Ooh. Alright, so Ancient Animus. Kill that. And yeah, in this case, we're probably just going to bounce a Serra Angel, but that seems like it's enough to me. Tap that down and attack for 6. Buys us time to try to find red mana so we can just kill the angel. Kind of surprised that they did that. Tap their Trapper. And we'll attack with both our creatures. I guess they had to. I mean, they get to keep one creature in play now at least. So if they just didn't play anything, they wouldn't have anything in play. So, I mean, Time of Ice is just... It's not quite as good as Song of Freyalise, but I think it's the second best non-mythic. I think it's even better than most of the rare sagas. Yeah. So we're 1 land away from Verdant Force time. And they're at 9. Okay. Forebear's Blade is strong, especially when you stick it on a lifelinker. Like that. We really need that red mana, don't we? So... Okay, well, we didn't draw red, but... do we attack with both our creatures here and then just slam Verdant Force? I think we do. They don't have something to put that on for free right now, so... Okay. Hope you're ready for this. They could have a kill spell, but we still get a Sapperling. Either way. God, we need red mana. We can dig for it, potentially. Freaking lifelink. Okay. Sapperling. Hello. So we're going to play this unkicked. We're going to grab a mountain. Now the question is, do I attack? I think we do. This equips for free, right? Oh, lifelink. Putting it on Danitha is going to be disgusting. But I can kill Danitha in response. Yeah, I think we attack with everything that's big enough. Okay. Interesting. So I can Sheevan Fire this. It's probably better to Sheevan Fire this so they don't gain any life. Yeah, it is. Okay, so they get to equip it for free. Yeah, they're going to do it to Danitha as expected. But they do take 6 and go to 7. You cost 5, right? Yeah, we don't quite have enough mana. We make another Sapperling. We can double block her with Sapperlings. And I think that's what we do. Oh, good. Now we can't. Good God. Okay, we can't take 7 though. So we'll go to 1. All the lifelink in the world here. We need to bring in Broken Bond, by the way. Okay. Hello. Multani, you will be helpful. If we can get there. No guaranteeing we do. I think we have to play an unkicked migration here. Yeah, that's not good. Just in case you didn't know, that's not good. No attacks. I like that. Man, Wizard's Lightning, you don't quite kill what I need you to kill. But you do kill Arvad, actually, so there's that. And we have a 10/10 Multani now. Ooh. Glad we have reach on our side of the board, I can tell you that much. Okay, so I think we go ahead and kill our VOD. They use Adamant Will to save our VOD. Oh, we need another island. Why did I sacrifice my memorial? Okay, end our turn. This would win us the game, basically. So gotta find that island. Oh, mother. We're dead. Oh, man. Man. Yeah, we definitely need Broken Bond. Guardians of Koilos can go away. That didn't go the way we wanted. All that lifelink with Forebear's Blade won them the game. Oh. I think that's a mulligan. That is much better. If we could get a Grow from the Ashes, this hand would get to be pretty nuts. Don't mind doing this, though. Well, don't have anything nice to do here. And we'll end our turn. So happy to see Danitha. We do get to play a Multani on turn 4. I think we attack with Multani. If they have a way to kill it, it can come back, so yeah. We are a turn away from Verdant Force already, too. 4, 5, 6, yeah. Now, if they have Blessed Light, we can't get back Multani, but it's probably okay. Oh my god. I've killed that every time I've ever seen it in this format, but I don't think we're going to be able to do that here. Okay, 3, yeah. Sure. Does kill Multani. But we also kill those 3 creatures. And we can get Multani back later. But instead, we're just going to play our Verdant Force. So they can make white night tokens and eventually like kill me with them, basically. Not this turn, though. We're in a situation where we desperately want red mana again. Okay, so return 2 lands you control to their owner's hand. Yeah, so attack for 7. Drop them to 7. Death Touch, that's fun. Beautiful. Okay. So we can grow from the ashes. If we kick it, we do. How much mana do we have? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll have the mana to still kick Sheevan Fire. So I think that's what we do. Yeah. I guess this is probably better. I actually have Vidalian Arcanist, so I can definitely still kick Sheevan Fire. Okay, so Multani's a 9/9. I think what we do is kill our VOD and attack with everything. That should do it, yeah. Well, that one went our way for sure. That's what we envisioned our deck doing. Let's see if we can do it again. Well, not looking great. I think we have to mulligan this one. We do have all of our colors and we're on the draw, but this one's better. The double Multani is a little frustrating. No, we'll put that on the bottom. Double Multani, not really what I'm looking for. Ooh. Don't want to draw him early either, but if we get to the late game, I think it's safe to say we win this game. But we do have to make it there. Llanowar Elves, now you show up. I think I'm still going to play the Arcanist next. Then the Elves next turn. Do I trade Arcanist for Knight? I think I probably do. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, well. End our turn. We can play a Gorger next turn. If I could just draw lands in a row here, I feel like this is a game we would win, but we have to do that. Crap. Forebear's Blade is not my friend. Do I Impulse? Or do I need to play this Gorger? I think I need to play this Gorger, unfortunately. It's not going to block, but it at least puts my opponent under more pressure. We need that Broken Bond, or we're going to die to this. I haven't gotten to draft a Forebear's Blade yet. It's kind of weird, actually. Okay, so Impulse. Another creature or another land. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we go for another land. It's not like Protector is great, so. Oops. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so next turn we can play Multani, who will be a 5/5. I'm kind of surprised they're not equipping Forebear's Blade, but I'm also kind of okay with it. Gives us more time to find that Broken Bond we need. Ooh, Journey Mage is going to be good in a little bit anyway. For now, we're just going to play Multani, number 1. We could make them double block, but it doesn't really seem worth it to me. Blessed Light, yeah. God, they're going to be mad when I play this second Multani. Here it is. I'm sure they're typing because they just paused. Yes, I have 2 Multanis. Nope, they're not typing. I would be so frustrated in their case too. I'd be like, oh good, I have Blessed Light for it this time. And then not only do I have 2, they were both in my hand. Okay, so Journey Mage to bounce the Sergeant at Arms. They can kick it now, which, you know, is kind of annoying, but I think that's okay in the long run. And then we'll attack with both of these. Dropping them to 10. We need red mana. 4, 5, 6, 7. We can almost just play an 8/8, which might be worth it on this board, instead of waiting till I can kick it at 10. So if I draw a land, I can play an 8/8, yeah. Okay, so we have a wizard in play, so this only costs 1 red. So we'll get mountain, forest. Now we'll be able to kick Slinvada if things get to that point. If my opponent just takes... Nah, they're not going to take. No, they're not going to. So... Okay. Well, that's annoying. I think we still attack with Multani. Yeah, we do. There's no reason for them not to block. Oh, actually, yeah, I guess it just sort of gets blanked. Just kidding, because lethal was 1, so we still hit them for 7. Yeah. So we can kick Slinvada whenever we want, which is pretty nice. No blocks. Okay. Let's get you up to a 9/9 there, buddy. Okay. Do I just play an 8/8? Because I don't really want to bounce any of my creatures, but I don't think I do just yet. Actually, I think I'm just going to draw some cards right now. Should have done that earlier, actually. I may as well wait. No, I may as well do it now. If I'd done it earlier and I hit Shivan Fire here, we would have won the game. So that's what's a little annoying. Okay, Grun, you'll be helpful. Ooh, you'll be very helpful. Okay. So I think we try to kill this by blocking it with Academy Journey Mage and see what happens if they attack. Yeah, so. Oh, first strike. Face palm. I knew there was a reason I wasn't blocking that way. Okay. Crap. Okay, so I think we do attack with Multani here. Right. And then the question is, do I play a kicked Grun or a kicked Crows and Druid or a kicked Slinvada? I think I'm going to go with the Crows and Druid so that if I do later use Slinvada, I can actually gain all that life all over again. Takes us back up to 20. Okay, yeah, it's looking like I'm probably going to have to cast Grun. Not Grun, Slinvada. Unless I draw like a Karn's Temporal Sundering here, and I don't. Right, I think I attack with Multani first. Like, if they want to triple block Multani, I'm all for it. Really? I'm more than a little surprised by that. I guess they can move it to the Sarah Angel. No, they're putting it there. Well, I think we kick Slinvada. Still. It does bounce, you know, our Multani, but it's still going to be an 8/8, and they have to replay all this stuff. So I still come out ahead. So no, I need 3 blue mana. Oh god, I'm bad at Magic. Oh. Okay. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Instead, we're going to play Verdant Force. I again gave up my Memorial. And I would have gotten another island, too. When, God, I screwed that up. I'm good at punting. Could be in the NFL. Okay, so Verdant Force it is. Make a Sapperling. We do get punched in the face for 4 here. Why do you have Vigilance, Multani? It's not like you don't already do enough or anything. Okay, we go to 7. Triple blue to kick you. Soul Salvage, good. That's what I wanted to see. Where's my broken bond? Okay, that'll help actually. In fact, depending on how my opponent blocks, I can just win. Because trample. Okay. Haven't gotten to draft this guy yet. Okay, so lifelink is a problem, and for that reason, so if I use Ancient Animus here, my opponent still gains 4 and goes to 12. I have an 11/11 who only tramples for 9. So I think we just let this happen. And if for a win they try to move 4 Bear's Blade is probably when we use Ancient Animus. Because we need to, I think maybe we use it now to avoid combat tricks actually. So maybe we Animus now to get a little bit of extra damage in. Yeah. So get out of here. Okay, and then actually don't quite have enough mana to kick you. Sorry, Grun. I'm just gonna have to play you. Yeah. All right. Make a Sapperling. There aren't a lot of ways my opponent doesn't die. Yeah. All right, we did it. That opponent's deck was nuts. They managed to almost beat two Multanis, but they did it in the end, and no one should be able to. So hopefully we can go 3-0 with this thing. It has the potential. All right, match 2. We would like to play first. Something to remember from our last match is that we want 3 blue sources ideally because of our Slinvada's kicker. I think this is a keep. It's kind of an awkward one. But yeah, I'll keep it. What's awkward about it is the Memorial. Because I want to play this Lana Wells on turn 1 if I can help it. And I can. And I'd like to play the Arcanist on turn 2 if I can help it, and I can. But then we're going to end up in a weird tapped land situation. Hopefully our opponent doesn't put a ton of pressure on us. Doesn't happen a ton in this format, but it can. Because if they do, it's going to be kind of crappy. So, well, that's the way to answer Lana Wells right there. It would be more frustrating if we had something silly to do with it. We don't really. Okay, so right now, yeah, I mean, playing the Memorial to Genius next turn won't make much of a difference because we can't do anything on turn 3 anyway. So the black-green deck can be downright disgusting, and that's the kind of card that can help it be. So that's something to be on the lookout for. All right, yeah, we'll play our tapped Memorial. We need red mana because we need to kill that Spore Crown Thallid ASAP. Ancient Animus isn't going to do it with a Vidalion. Oh my god. This is silly. Okay, we're taking the 6. Okay. So I take 9 and go to 5 here if I decide to kick this Grove from the Ashes. I do have a wizard, though, so I don't think I want to kick it. I think we just want to grab a mountain. Kicking it's tempting, but I don't think it's right. Oh, wait. I can kick it and still... Yeah, so we do kick it, actually. So we're going to cast this, and I guess we get an island and a mountain. Oh, not that. This. We do need a third forest, actually, more than we're going to need a third island, most likely. So I think I get a forest and a mountain. So mountain, forest, and wizard's lightning. So that makes it so we take a heck of a lot less damage. We're a couple away from a Verdant Force being out there too, so. Great. Okay, good. That actually is great. So, like, blocking Thallid Omnivore is kind of funny. I mean, they can definitely kill my guy, or gal, but obviously mine can come back. I might just chump it with the Arcanus. And then, because if I can Ancient Animus the Omnivore, then I'm in really good shape. Especially if they're tapped out or whatever. So, yeah. Ooh. Do I need to kill that even more? Maybe? I don't know. Probably, I guess. Because if I don't kill it, they can just get it back. So, yeah. Worth keeping in mind that this is an instant. 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, we're 1 off of Verdant Force. Do we hold off on using Ancient Animus? And like leave up sacking this? Of course, we're going to draw Slinvada if we do that. I know we will. Because I can Animus and kill Thallid Omnivore right now. And yeah, they can get it back, but they'll be reducing their resources considerably. I've got 1 black mana. Yeah, I think I just kill the Omnivore. Oh, wow. I really didn't feel like that was just like a we win the game situation, but I'll take it. I should have actually tapped it differently so that I could still use my Memorial if I wanted to. I'll take the free win, though. I mean, it's a good situation, but... I mean, I guess I didn't know what they had in their hand, but... So, Broken Bond didn't really seem to have special targets here. And Befuddle doesn't seem special here. Might sight in an Arcane Flight one of these days against an opponent who just has, like, a ton of, or a lack of removal. But for now, I don't think we need to do it. Okay, we're on the draw. I think this hand's probably a keep. It's a little slow, but that's okay in this format. We have all the blue sources we'll ever need. Probably play the Druid turn 3. Spore Crown Thallid is back. Ooh. Now I might play Grow from the Ashes on turn 3. We might hold off on it, though. I do need double green at some point, too, so... Ideally, I'd like to play the Druid turn 3, something else turn 4, and then Grow from the Ashes kicked, and then Sheevan Fire something. Ideally. Two to the face. God. Okay. It's probably better here to play the elves, because then I can play this kicked next turn and then Sheevan Fire the Thallid. I mean, I take some serious damage here, go to 11. But I think I can stabilize after that. Maybe. Maybe. The Druid can block more effectively right now, though. And, yeah. I mean, let's say we don't get to kick our Grow from the Ashes. We still have a 2-3 in play, and we still get a Mountain, and we still get to kill Spore Crown Thallid. So I think the ceiling on this play was higher, but the floor was also a lot lower. We're taking a heck of a lot less damage this way. And that could matter. Okay. Well. Yeah, I think we got to kick it and grab our Mountain. And also play a Forest and cast Sheevan Fire. I could do it at instant speed and potentially get some blowouts, but I think I'm just going to do it now while they're tapped out. And then also play a Llanowar Elves. So the Deathbloom Thallid can still attack me, but the other things don't worry me so much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's almost to the point where we can kick Grun, but I don't know that we need to. Yeah, we'll go to 12 here. I mean, I think a 5-5 is going to be enough of a threat. I mean, if I draw something else to do, that's great, but... ooh, like that. But we have to play Grun first to do it, so... So that's what we'll do. Our Lonely King. It's not going to like do a ton for us here, but it's definitely going to give us some value if we can keep Grun in play. That's all we have to do is have Grun survive. What's he the king of anyway? I guess if you're lonely, probably nothing, huh? No, don't kill him. They don't even know we have a Temporal Sundering, you know? If they did, they'd be laughing. So this Deathbloom Thallid is living up to its name as it beats me to death. We're going to take it. Crap. Well, we are running out of time here. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're not. Even if we draw Slinvada, which would be really good, we can't cast it yet. Well, I think I'm gonna chump this. They get their token. gosh. Not what you want to see here. And we are dead. All right, game 3. Freaking sapperlings, man. I think a big problem at this format, I mean, it doesn't have many, but they definitely didn't put in enough sapperling, like ways to kill mobs of creatures, and that's what makes the sapperling deck so good. There's basically no way to do it at low rarity. I wish I had a few more 1/3s running around. I mean, our Guy's Protector can block them, but I guess the Explorer can block them. The Explorer, you know, I just thought about the fact that the Explorer is good with Multani. I probably should have thought about that. In fact, the Explorer should probably just be in our deck instead of the Protector. I'm sure some of you noted that when I was drafting the deck. You're smart. Although maybe I take out the Guardian because it's not going to do much. I mean, Time of Ice is the cool thing, but... And then put it back in the Protector. But the Guardian can block like all of their creatures, so... I think I'm cool with it. And I do think I want to play first. All blue mana. I mean, I have 11 forests in my deck. Surely I'll draw one. I think we have to mulligan it. If this were a hand where I could like do something with one forest early, that would be great, but I can't really, other than grow from the ashes, so. Okay, kind of an opposite problem here, but I guess it's better. Yeah, I guess we need an island at some point. This hand is not great, though. I mean, getting all of our high curve is bad. That first hand probably would have turned out better, but what are you going to do? Freaking Spore Crown Thalids. Okay, yeah, I think we do this and grab a mountain. I wish we had the Sheevan Fire like we've had in a couple other games. I guess in one of them it was Wizard's Lightning. We do have Time of Ice, and that's what we're going to lean on here to buy us time to get to Multani. Okay, so Time of Ice. Tap down the guy who can hit me harder. Now, they do get to return it and get a sapperling eventually, so that's kind of obnoxious, but oh well. I'll probably Academy Journey Mage the sapperling at some point. Okay. Well, we're not going to be able to Academy Journey Mage at this point. So we're going to take 4 here. So they can't really, I mean, they can attack me here if they really want to. It just doesn't make a lot of sense for them to do it. Okay, well, if I can keep this Arcanist in play, I can play my Journey Mage next turn, I guess. I don't know. Things aren't looking up for us here. Should have kept our first hand, but... Going to 5 seemed worse than keeping this, because if I could just hit lands, this hand was going to end up being pretty sweet. Right, well, I think it's worth taking 2 damage here, so I'm going to do it. I could block one of them, but if they have fungal infection, it's pretty much game over, so... Especially if I don't draw a land. And I do not, so I'm glad we held on to our wizard. We'll play our Journey Mage. I think we pounce the spider. Yeah, I mean, they can just replay this, so it doesn't subtract as much damage as bouncing an actual creature does. Come on. Give me the 6 mana. We do have 5, but only for spells. Cast down, okay. Yeah, I think we lose. And they fungal infection for lethal, right? Yeah. Let's just show them our hand because it's pretty low worthy. So 1-1. I mean, I think this deck probably could have been a 3-0 deck, but hands there didn't really agree with us, and our opponent had basically the ideal Saproling deck, and that was not a good combination. See you guys in the next match. All right, we would like to play first. This hand, huh? I think it's probably okay. I feel like yeah, I mean, it's not great, but I think it's okay. It's the kind of hand where we'll be able to play basically anything that we draw, at least, and even if we don't draw things, Time of Ice can buy us time. Of course, that's what we thought in the last match, too, and it did, just not enough. I was worried that was a Lana War Elves. Okay, see, we did draw a thing that we can play in our Gorger. No. Saprolings again. So we're definitely bringing in, well, that's fun. What's it called? Broken Bond between these two cards already. Like, that's enough of a reason to bring it in, and I'm sure there's more. Maybe this deck doesn't have multiple Spore Crown Thalids at least. Okay, surveying. What avatar is this? Runescar Demon. Okay, so they're only... I thought maybe they were going to be a multicolor deck. Well, they are, but a 3-color deck is what I mean. Okay, so we'll play Memorial and then play Gorger here. I wish I could play that right now, but we can't. So then play Baloth Gorger. All right, so that's a good thing to use Time of Ice against, that's for sure. And that's what we'll do. All right, tap down their Omnivore and attack with our Gorger. I'm willing to bet they're just gonna chump the Gorger because of fungal plots, basically, which can just keep making Saprolings for them. Could be wrong. I mean, they can attack me right now with that Surveyor. Yeah, that's what they're gonna do. 3, 4, 5, 6. Just need to draw one more land and we'll be at Verdant Forest territory, and then we'll show them some Saprolings, you know what I mean? So what they can do here, and I think what I would do if I were them, is just not play anything and just make a Saproling. Oh, or just do that. Then you don't got to worry about any of that nonsense. Okay, Sheevan Fire is nice to see. I mean, Mountain is. We already had Sheevan Fire. So we're going to attack with our Gorger here. They're going to take it. I'd like to find the time to play my Sheevan Fire to kill this, but we aren't there yet, because in response they can make a Saproling and sacrifice it. Next turn we can play our Verdant Force, though, who does not die to Blood Tallow Candle. So end our turn. I'm guessing they make a Saproling out of their Skittering Surveyor. I do love this card. It wouldn't have been that good in our deck. I think we only have like 12 creatures, but it is good in most decks in this format. Now what do you do? All right. Okay, so let's attack with our Gorger. May eat a blood tallow candle, but I'm pretty okay with that. Yeah. Yeah, if only they didn't have 1 mana up to save their guy from Sheevan Fire, huh? But my turn to make saplings, please. Primordial Worm. You wish you were Verdant Force. Ooh, things are getting really interesting now. Yeah, 6. Really, really interesting. Our deck does have a crazy number of bombs, and so hopefully we don't underachieve here. They could cast down right now on our Verdant Force, which would make me sad, but they would have done it on their turn to keep me from getting a sapling, right? Yeah. Yeah, so that Homerid probably should have been in my deck all along, and I didn't put it in after the last match. I need to remember to cite it in. With 2 Multanis, it's probably better than a Gaia's Protector, which is just such a mediocre card. I mean, mediocre is nice for Gaia's Protector. I feel like, let's say, below average. Okay, they scoop to the might of Verdant Force and Multani. Who could blame them? But yeah, we need to bring in our Broken Bond because Fungal Plots can grind them out a win. And our Homerid, I think, who I think, again, should have been in our deck all along. Yeah, so Homerid Explorer comes in, cut Gaia's Protector, and we also want to bring in Broken Bond. We could think about cutting Slinvada, like getting that much mana is a little silly. We've been there, but maybe it's just an impulse. I mean, it is an eminently cuttable card, you know. Yeah, it's probably just an adventurer's impulse. Could be a Guardians of Koilos. Yeah, I think it is, actually. All right. Yeah, so this loads our graveyard, could potentially, with lands, probably at least 1 in most cases. And if I mill Multani, it's like drawing Multani almost, you know. So, yeah, should have been in the deck all along. I gave it a hard time when I drafted it, but this is actually a place where it does something. Blowing up the skull before they can use it doesn't hurt either, certainly. It certainly does not. Yeah, this deck's silly. I mean, it definitely... We could still go 1 and 2 with it, of course, but I think this deck, because of these 3 cards and the massive amount of mana it can produce, is very powerful. It's definitely fun. It is definitely fun. Playing Broken Bond early would be a nice way to ramp, although, you know, it has the same sort of problem that 2 mana 1/3 elf has, wherein if you don't have a land, it doesn't actually do anything. So it's a little awkward in that way. Wonder if we'll ever get to cast this. I hope so. I hope so. I've never gotten to run a deck yet where I actually want to run Tragic Poet. I've played against decks that want to do that have like 4 good sagas, but 1 isn't enough, and we're not white either. Oh, this is a good hand. We have all of our colors. We actually have our Saproling Migration, which we haven't seen all day, and that'll be a good little 2-drop. And we have our big ramp spell. I definitely think we cast Saproling Migration on turn 2. There aren't a lot of things he could do on turn 2 that make me not want to do that. That, you know, doesn't make me not want to do that. Question is, do I trade 2 Saprolings for a Corrosive Ooze? I don't know that I do. I feel like they'll be more useful. There's scenarios where it will be more useful. Okay, we'll take 2. Alright, we're about to play our Crozen Druid. Ooh, Slinvada. That definitely makes me want to hold off and try to kick Grow from the Ashes, which we'll be able to do, I think. We're not under a lot of pressure here, obviously enough. Okay, now's when we really want to Sheevan Fire. It's so good against a card like Cabal Paladin. Okay. Right, so I think we do Impulse here and see what happens. Explorer or a Forest? Probably Explorer. We won't be able to play it this turn, but yeah. Well, look, there's my freaking Sheevan Fire. We are going to shuffle our library, so it doesn't really matter. Next turn we are. So 3, 4. So we need to grab 1 island for later. Windgrace Acolyte, okay. Spider in the graveyard. I was gonna say, I have good blocks all across the board, basically. Okay. So yeah, I think we just kick this. And we grab an island. And a forest. Unfortunately, we have our mountain in our hand, which usually isn't a downside. But here it actually is, because if it were in our library, we would have been able to play that, grab our mountain, and then cast Sheevan Fire this turn, but we're not going to be able to. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, we're already at 8 mana. I can play Multani next turn, who can block this thing. Okay. Okay, well, this is going to be nice. So we can play Multani, and we do. And then I think we just kill the 7/6. And we end our turn. I don't know why I was talking about getting him. I don't have Sheevan Fire in my hand. So that would have mattered when I was talking about it if I'd had Sheevan Fire in my hand, but it didn't really matter there. Will we just get another scoop to Multani? I kind of doubt it. Our opponent's in a much better position this time. Go 13. So they can reanimate their worm, obviously enough. Okay, there's a Sheevan Fire. I think we play our Explorer here and see what happens. Yeah, we'll target ourselves. That will make Multani larger. Oh, I need to click the OK button. It goes up to 11-11, and we hit a Broken Bond and an Adventurous Impulse as well. So we're looking at 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's going to take a lot to bring down Multani. 4, 6. Yeah, I think I attack with Multani here, and then yeah, I think that's fine. Their hand's empty after all. Vigilance would be great, but you know, you can't have everything. So they're just going to take the 11. So I have Sheevan Fire. What should I use it on? It's a good question. I feel like Whisper is going to be the biggest problem. So Whisper it is. All right, end our turn. They are in top deck mode. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can just play an 8/8 Slinvada, obviously. Okay, so I'm gonna block this. Take 3. Oh man, going up to 15 now is a pain. All right. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Probably just gonna hard cast, just play Slinvada as a dude here. So I think we attack here with both of these. He has to block one of them or it's lethal, so. Okay, so we'll kill this. We don't have any equipment, so. They go down to 3, and then yeah, we'll just play big ol' Slinvada here. So they gotta draw a way to kill me or Multani, basically. All right, they're gonna drop us to 4. Did they draw the kicker spell that can kill me? It would appear the answer is no. Oh. So we're in this weird place. Like, if I don't attack... I mean, I think we have to attack because... if they have a kill spell, we're dead anyway, right? Because we can't get... If they have to actually, we're in better shape if they kill Multani now because we can get it back from our graveyard and play it again and then be able to block one of these. So I think we attack with Slinvada and Multani. I should have played this Forest though. That's for sure. They got something. Oh, no, they don't. They were just faking us out. All right, well, we went 2-1. I mean, that deck was kind of ridiculous. 3-0 obviously would have been better, but 2-1 is sort of my base goal. I would like to hit that 5th trophy at some point before this format ends, though. So see you guys in my next draft video.